That's extremely kind. I got to be honest, you people are really more happy to see me than I've ever been to see myself. I'd like to welcome you to a night of a million opinions. I think that's more than we're not gonna even get close. If that's what you were expecting, if you said, boy, I can't wait to hear a million opinions. If we went through a million opinions, your ears would be bleeding by the end of it. We'll be lucky if we have 17 opinions. This is a group of comics. This isn't a think tank. I'm turning 62 this summer, and no, nothing to applaud, nothing to applaud. You don't applaud somebody for getting older, that's just dumb luck. I'm turning 62, I'm not happy about it because it's not a lot of fun, but what irritates me even more than that is to watch some celebrities sit on the television I'm watching and go, hey, I just turned 64 and I've never felt better in my life. Wow, are you full of shit? This is the best you've felt? Seriously? In your whole life? 64? What was it like early on? Were you suffering from polio? Were you in an iron lung? In your 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, did they cover you with ticks? I have a great deal of love and affection for my generation, and it was my generation, really, was the first generation ever that said they were going to change the world. And we certainly did. We have screwed it up. The saddest thing is that right now, my generation has no legacy to leave behind. People are going to look back at my generation and go, whoa, how did that happen? And so I firmly believe that the one thing that we can do is legalize pot. Now, I know that some of you are thinking, hey, you know, Louis, the reason you want it legalized is you smoke pot, and I don't, and I seriously don't. I did, and it was great. But as any kid would, you know, some kids do, I smoked too much. I smoked a ton. And then by the time I turned 25, I was smoking so much, it didn't work anymore. It didn't work, nothing. And then I turned 35, and I'd quit for 10 years. A friend of mine says, you gotta try it again. They've improved it. And it scared me to death. I couldn't feel my feet. I could not feel my feet. Hey, you son of a bitch, I've got no feet. Bring me some water from the kitchen. I got no feet. Bring me water, I am parched. And it was then that I became a drinker. I will tell you that if you're a drinker and you're against the legalization of pot, you're a hypocrite. And there's no argument. There's no argument. You're allowed to have your high. You don't allow others to have their high. And I know what you're thinking, but Mr. Black, I saw your little demonstration there. And I think that was very scary. You had no feet. It's scary to you. It's not scary to the pot smoker. That's why they smoke pot. They smoke pot to lose their feet. That's why the pot smoker is happy wherever they are. I'm not going anywhere. This is great. Besides, I got no feet. I became healthier because of pot. When I was young, my mother said to me, I really want you to try some yogurt. It's really good for you. and it contains bacteria. And since I loved my mother and trusted her, I took a little yogurt and went, "This stuff tastes like shit! What's the matter with you? Are you trying to kill me? This is crazy! Did somebody put something in a sock and leave it in their crotch for a week and then add blueberries?" When I was 21, I was alone in my apartment just off campus. There were no roommates around, and I smoked a joint, and I ended up in the kitchen. But all that was left to eat there was yogurt. I realized I could walk 2 blocks and have any food that I could possibly want, or yogurt. But I wasn't sure what was out there. And so I had the yogurt. And it was spectacular! It was better than ice cream! I'm gonna eat this stuff for the rest of my life, and I'll be healthy, because it contains bacteria. There is a practical reason, a very practical reason, to legalize pot. My country has no economy, and I'm pretty sure yours doesn't, because your dollar is almost equal to ours. And so I propose to you that in order to get our economies back on track and raise money, that we legalize pot, and we can do it the old-fashioned way, with a bake sale. And then years from now, people will look back on my generation and say, "That's the generation that legalized pot." And that explains why they didn't get anything else done. Always a pleasure to be with you.